Whoa, hello, welcome once again to another edition of Breaking Bloody Blu-ray. Blu-ray. I'm not good at my own titles. Anyway, we're in the office today, my big messy office, which I've carefully lit so it seems reasonably professional. And this is a very special episode of this show I can never remember the name of. We have ditched the green screen. By the way, I'm probably going to ditch the green screen permanently. If you enjoyed the green screen, or you want me to keep up with the dumb news shtick of the first video, let me know in the comments. I don't know. I don't care one way or the other. I like being able to just light a background real quick instead of dealing with green screen in post. But if that's something that you're into, that gets you off, man, just let me know, because your orgasm is my priority, dude. Just letting you know, this video is going to be, if you've seen the timestamp, you know this is a bit of a long video. If you are just here for the Vinegar Syndrome sale information and talking about what I'm going to buy, what I suggest buying, all that, that is going to be right here. I'm putting a time in post because I don't know when that's going to happen. So wherever it is on the screen, go to that time and you can see that stuff. But first, we're going to talk about Blu-ray news. We're going to go a little off track the horror side of things. This is more cult and old school, but sad news to start off with. Twilight Time Movies is closing. Twilight Time has been around for, I think, 9 years, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I'm not good with time, mostly because of all the weed. They were an absolute godsend for the market, for Blu-ray collectors. They put out a lot of old school Hollywood movies, cult films, stuff like that. And unfortunately, they cited specifically what the problems were. They cited, quote, a changing market, the rising costs of title acquisitions, and the passing of longtime partner and company spokesman Nick Redman. Sometimes I think collectors forget that this is not a market that is really booming that much. Certain companies are doing really well. I know Vinegar Syndrome, Rad is their most pre-ordered title of all time, and that's great, and they're bringing in a lot of new customers. But you have to remember that these are companies that are technically they're independents. I mean, they don't have big studio backing for the most part. Some of them have really lucrative deals. In fact, Vinegar Syndrome inked assume a really good deal with MGM. I don't know what the details are of that, but they're getting MGM titles, which is great. Shout Factory notably gets a lot of really big titles, and they're doing okay. But there's a lot of smaller companies that are not going to be doing very well, and as time goes on, probably they're just going to be doing worse. And Twilight Time, because they service such a niche market, they didn't really put out a lot of horror titles. They didn't put out a lot of 80s cult or anything like that. It was mostly much older films. They didn't make that much money, and all of their titles were limited, at least all their Blu-ray titles were limited to 3,000 copies. They put out a little 330 something movies, I think, over the course of their tenure, and it's going to be hard to go on without them. I wasn't a Twilight Time collector, but I know a lot of people were. I've seen some pictures of people's collections that are mind-boggling to me. Pour one out for the homies, you know what I'm saying? Now, luckily, on May 14th, Screen Archives Entertainment announced they'll be purchasing Twilight Time's inventory and back catalog effective July 1st, and that means the label will continue in some shape or form. I don't know exactly what the specifics of that entail. Maybe it might be that we get more Twilight Time, it might be a sub-label where they still market them as Twilight Time and they put out new Twilight Time releases, or Screen Archives just takes the back catalog, puts it up for sale, and then that's it. They are limited editions, so I don't know if they'll be pressing new editions or what the deal is there. Someone else might have the answer. I don't know. The point is that they are technically continuing effective July 1st through Screen Archives, but the actual OG Twilight Time is basically gone, and that's sad. But there is good news-ish. If you would like to pick up some Twilight Time titles, now's a great time to do that. Through June 30th, they are continuing a huge sale that started earlier this month. I did not get on that ship as soon as I should have, and I wound up not being able to buy several titles I really wanted. So if you're thinking about it, do it as soon as possible, because they are running out pretty fast. A lot of people are jumping on board because these titles are crazy low priced, like insanely low priced. Let me just give you an idea. So I spent less than $115 on 9 titles, and these were like the ones that weren't that expensive. There's one that was $4, the rest, and there's one that was $7. The rest were all $12. So that's pretty good. And one like there, I got. I'll say which titles I got. I got Angel, aka Danny Boy, which is Neil Jordan's I think first movie, or at least one of his earliest. 10 Rellington Place, which is no longer for sale, unfortunately. The Quiet American, Suddenly Last Summer, which I'm very intrigued by. I've never seen that. Beneath the 12-Mile Reef, which is an old Cinerama movie, which I have not seen, but I just love that format, so I'm very excited for that. Lawman, which looks really interesting, even though it's a Michael Winner movie, and I usually hate Michael Winner movies. Gidget, just because I love those old surfing flicks. No Down Payment, which is also out of stock, and additionally out of stock, which I feel a little weird about this. I bought this specifically because it has historical significance, and I'd like to do a video that is sort of about it. So don't judge me too much, but I did buy Birth of a Nation. It's a 2-disc special edition Blu-ray. It has a bunch of other movies on it and a ton of special features, and that's why I bought it. I wanted the special features. I felt really weird purchasing Birth of a Nation, I'm going to be honest, but here we are. It was $12. I mean, why not? And it's, you know, they're trying to sell their back catalog, but that's also sold out, which is unfortunate that that's sold out. But Gidget is still in stock because Gidget, by all rights, should be sold out because it's fucking Gidget, and she my girl, yo. In other news, shock of shocks, Blue Underground is going to be reissuing even more titles in 4K UHD. Currently on schedule for August 25th, we're getting New York Ripper and The House by the Cemetery, both Lucio Fulci classics. You know, I don't know, man. This might be my first. I might buy these on 4K UHD. I don't know. It's just such an expensive format right now. Which, I mean, that's how Blu-ray was when it first started. I mentioned this in my response to the James Rolfe video about Blu-rays, that I feel like Blu-ray is kind of a perfect physical medium. I do also understand that 4K does look pretty fucking awesome for certain titles, and I do think that these Lucio Fulci movies are a good example of what could be pretty great to look at. So I don't know. I haven't been convinced yet, but I'm also not like against being convinced. It's just so expensive, and I'm a little annoyed by the quick double dipping. I'm gonna be honest. I think that, you know, I don't have a problem with companies going back and double dipping for new releases. I mean, that's basically what a lot of Blu-ray releases are. But it's such a fast, like, they just put these movies out on Blu-ray, and now 4K UHD releases with the Blu-ray include, like, I don't know. It just seems a little sketch to me, especially since they were such a big push behind the Blu-ray releases. I don't know. I'm not going to hold it against them. I still love Blue Underground. I just have a problem with that, and it's stuff like this that kind of is the reason my collection of Blue Underground is not particularly large, because I always feel kind of uncertain. Whatever. Severin sale dates. Lucky everybody. I might be jumping the gun a bit on this one, but not a whole lot of people watch these videos, so I'm not worried. So the Severin sale this year will not be taking place the same weekend as the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Natch. I'm part of several Blu-ray groups on Facebook. Shock of shocks again. And thanks to one Severin group, one of the guys from Severin piped up and said that the sale will be June 26th to the 29th. Obviously that could change. This is not an official announcement that I'm basing this on, but they are announcing something on Monday through their newsletter. Might be the sale. I wouldn't be surprised. So if you are still getting paychecks or money of some kind and you have some to spare for Blu-rays, don't worry. The sales are going to be spread out. Also, I'm pretty sure the Criterion sale will be at the end of July. So really, I mean, in theory, again, unless you're like completely out of work and not getting any money, then don't buy any fucking Blu-rays, idiot. Buy food and pay rent or mortgage or whatever. 3 months of sales, spread a month apart, dope as hell. And the Al Adamson box set is shipping. I haven't gotten my shipping notification yet, so I'm probably not going to get it for a long while. but it is shipping. There have been some issues with one of the discs, but Severin is getting on that. They're really good about getting on these issues. They happen. It's going to happen. I've also seen reports of people's posters not arriving with the order. That's also going to happen. I mean, those are things that, these have to be physically wrapped up, put in tubes, and shipped out, or else you're going to get a shitty poster. So just wait. COVID-19 has people fucked up, man. So just be happy that you're still getting your discs. I think that's the thing to note here. We should all feel very lucky that these companies are able to continue in some capacity during the pandemic. Boop, 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 doop. A little bit of Vinegar Syndrome news before we get into it. This is technically old news, but it is new since my last video about Blu-ray news. So there is going to be a new American Film Genre Archive title with the sale. So it's, oh my God, the sale's huge. So for those of you who are not subscribed, there is going to be one title more that you are going to have to buy if you want to complete the collection, since the AFGA titles are not actually included in your subscriber package. So let's go over to Vinegar Syndrome. That's all the news. So if you only came here for the news, you don't care about me and my picks for Vinegar Syndrome, fuck off. We'll have another video for you later on this week. So let's go over to Vinegar Syndrome. There we go. All right, so let's see what we got here. So I don't have anything in my cart right now. I actually did put everything in my cart, but every so often my cart just disappears. Let me actually go ahead and log in, which I'm not going to show you that. Firstly and foremost, the Halfway to Black Friday sale is great for several reasons, but one of them is you can get on the subscriber packages. You can go ahead and sign on for the rest of the year, and that gets you all of their releases for the rest of the year at a reduced price, and just guarantees that you get everything. So if you're a collector, I think that's a great option. I think Vinegar Syndrome, even their worst Blu-rays, are really solid pieces of work. I definitely don't love every Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray I get. There's a few that I'll be reviewing relatively soon that I straight up just can't finish right now. So that's the only reason that they are taking so long to review. But they put a lot of work into them, and people joke about the slipcovers. I joke about the slipcovers. I just caused a bit of a stir by posting pictures of my son chewing on the slipcovers. Don't worry, they're all fine. They're really beautiful pieces of work. Honestly, no company puts as much work into their slipcovers, at least no American company, as Vinegar Syndrome, and I just, love them. I'm not really a Blu-ray collector when it comes right down to it. At some point, I'll put up a video of my collection, and I'll show you. I don't really collect that many. The only reason I do the Vinegar Syndrome thing is because I love so many of their movies that it's worth the duds. It's so rare that I see a Vinegar Syndrome release that I don't like in some capacity, and since they all look good on a shelf, why not? So anyway, that's really cool. Another reason to just love Vinegar Syndrome, and I'll probably do a video specifically about all the reasons I love Vinegar Syndrome at some point, separate from this, so that we get all the people who didn't give a fuck about my buying habits, which I understand. So if you go to Checklist, which is a separate account, which I think is dumb, but whatever. So this is one of my favorite things, is there is a collector's checklist. And you can print this out. You can make it public, which I should probably do at some point, I guess. And you just check off the movies that you own. You can hide the stuff that you don't want to see on here. So for example, I own the telephone book slipcover. I don't need to have the normal Blu-ray without it, so I can just choose to hide that, and it hides it from my list. This is just a cool thing. I think it's really fun. It's 100% just a way for them to get us to buy more and give in to collector impulses, but I'm okay with that. I think it's fun. You get a little your VS number and a little name. I'm a runaway nightmare. So I think that's just fun, and I like fun things. Sue me. Let's talk about what I'm going to buy for the sale. So first off, suggestions. Let's go to limited editions that are still in stock. This is going to be your best bet as far as what you need to buy now. And this is all predicated on the idea that you really want to buy as many Vinegar Syndrome titles as you can, and right now you just want to take advantage of the sale. I would wait until until Black Friday to buy anything that is just a standard release that's not going to be out of stock anytime soon. Sometimes I buy things that are running out of stock that will be reprinted because I don't know when they're going to be reprinted. These limited editions, this is very helpful. This is another great thing about Vinegar Syndrome actually, is they show you how many they have in stock, and they have a whole series of pages just dedicated to things that are limited that you can't get again. Most of these are limited by their slipcovers, so if you don't care about slipcovers, then most of these you don't even have to worry about at all because you can just buy them normal. Anyway, so we go through here. Let's see, we have 2 pages. Yeah, 2 pages of limited edition Blu-rays. I'll just go through what I recommend right now. Obviously, if you haven't pre-ordered Rad, pre-order Rad because it's rad. The Forgotten Jolly box set. If you watched my previous Vinegar Syndrome video unboxing thing, I really enjoyed this box set. I think that it's maybe not for everybody, but I think that it is a really quality release, and it just looks good on a shelf. Pale Blood was my favorite of that bunch, and I really just, it's such a hoot. Some people haven't really enjoyed it that much, but I think there's a good chance if you like Wings Hauser and you like things that are like shamelessly 80s, good stuff.
You see the egg? Listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Good.
Deadline, I was not a huge fan of, but I'm apparently in the minority. A lot of people in the Vinegar Syndrome Facebook group, our groups, fucking love Deadline. I don't know. It just wasn't really, I felt like it didn't go the extra mile personally, but it's a cool slipcover, and I do think it's a good film. I just was not as enraptured by it as some other people. Let's see here. Olivia, I really enjoy. I don't love Uli Lamel movies. He's especially, I mean, his latter day stuff is fucking awful. But he was a workhorse. He's kind of like Jess Franco. I mean, Jess Franco's a better filmmaker, but he's kind of like Jess Franco in that, just pounding it out. Sometimes it sucks, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's in between. And Olivia is one of those that's just really good. Again, maybe not for everybody, but I really enjoyed it. Malabimba's pretty good. It is technically a porno, but it's one of those like insert pornos where it's not shot hardcore, but then hardcore is inserted into it. I think it's got a lot of great atmosphere. I fucking didn't like Hellriders. I feel bad. I feel bad literally anytime I don't like a movie. I feel bad about it. So just to tell you more about me, Hellriders is not something I'm a big fan of. I'll probably watch it again. I'll probably watch it with friends it'd be good. It is a VSA release, so it's one of the few titles that once it's sold out, it's gone. They're not putting out a standard edition of this, so when it comes to VSA titles, if you just really want to collect them, which I do, because I mean, they're not putting out a ton, it's not going to take up a lot of shelf space, that's one that you definitely want to pick up. I don't know. Okay, so it's still over 500 left in stock. I am pretty confident that this is not going to be a problem if you skip it for now and wait till Black Friday. Let's see here. Hollywood Horror House is pretty fun. Extra 3 is a piece of shit, but a lot of people love Extra 3. A lot of people hate it. It's a tough one to recommend. I would say go back to my January, February. Is this February? I think this was February. Go back to the one where I talk about Extra 3 and you can kind of get the gist of it. Public Affairs is one of my favorite porns. So if you really enjoy the porno side of things, Public Affairs is really great. Let's see, we're going to start getting into some stuff that I'm actually going to buy in a second. Zombie Island Massacre and Flesh Eating Mothers are both perfectly fine. I would not say that either one is a big recommend, but I would say that if you're thinking about putting in your collection, but you don't want everything, yeah, do it. 1001 Erotic Nights. First movie's really good. Second movie, Justine I have not bought. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting stuff in my cart. There are over 500 left in stock, so I'm not going to necessarily buy this yet. That's the way I'm looking at this is I'm only going to definitely buy things that are going out of stock. So Hard Soap is another one that I really want to see because I've heard a lot of great things about it. Obviously, if you're not into the porn titles, don't bother. Let's see, I don't care about vinyl. I just don't. I don't give a fuck. Candy Snatchers. So Candy Snatchers I already own, and is one of my absolute favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases. Highly recommend. When the Vinegar Syndrome guys were on Shockwaves, they talked about how barely anyone was buying this, and That's fucked, man. I would say the best releases that Vinegar Syndrome puts out are their 70s releases, but the 70s releases tend to not sell well because people, for whatever reason, just really love 80s nostalgia. I'm half and half on 80s nostalgia. I was not around in the 80s, so I don't have like actual nostalgia, but I watched a lot of 80s movies growing up. My favorite movie is RoboCop, and so I have a nostalgia for that type of film. But at the same time, a lot of them are not really, good movies in the traditional sense. Candy Snatchers is legitimately a film that I think is overlooked by like classic film enthusiasts. It is a legitimately great film. It is over 500 left in stock. That sucks. And so, if I'm being objective, I don't think you need to buy it right this second, but I think you'd be doing a disservice to yourself not buying it. Let's see. Angel Collection is one that I skipped out on. This is one of those that once it's gone, and there's only 420, 420 left in stock. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my cart because that one I'm almost definitely buying. This is the first one that is almost certainly not leaving my cart. Savage Dawn is another VSA release I have not bought yet, and I don't know if I like it or not on account of that because I haven't watched it. But it's a VSA release, and since I'm trying to collect the VSA releases, I'm going to buy it. Amityville is another one that once it's gone, it's gone. Although, I don't know, they might do individual releases for these. I don't know for a fact. But let's see, it's limited to 5,000 units. I find it highly unlikely that this will sell out before Black Friday. Like, really highly unlikely, but I'm going to add it to my cart just in case. Berserker. Let's see. This one I'm not going to put Berserker in my cart just yet, but this is one I definitely want to see. I've heard a lot of negative things about it, but I really love the art on it, and I especially love, and I'm gonna brew in this for you real quick. Someone else pointed this out in the Vinegar Syndrome Facebook page. If you look at the tint here, it looks like a woman bent over, and right in your face is her gaping asshole. So if you look, there's her head. Here's her like garter belt. Here's her legs with the some stockings on maybe, and then right there's that gaping butthole. And thank you. I don't remember who pointed that out, but thank you for that. It will never leave my mind. So actually, I'll go ahead and put this in my cart just in case, because who knows? Maybe it'll turn out to be a pretty cheap cart once the sale begins. Let's see, Unmasked Part 25, I haven't reviewed yet on this channel, but I can assure you is a great film. I believe this is below 500. Yes, it's at 377, so I would highly recommend buying that. I don't think it'll sell out by Black Friday. I find that unlikely, but who knows. 314 left of Beyond the Door 3. Bruh, buy Beyond the Door 3. This is another one that I haven't gotten to reviewing yet because I want to give it all the justice it deserves. It is fucking great. It is not what I would call a necessarily like objectively good film, but it is so fun. And much like Night Train to Terror, features a piss poor model train, which I think is a mark of quality, personally. Let's see, Secta Siniestra. I just butchered that. So there's over 500 left, but I've been told that the commentary track on this is fucking stellar. So I'm going to add that, and then I might take it out depending on how the pricing goes. I don't have a lot of money to spend on this sale. I'm a little broke. At least, well, for me, I'm broke. I always try to have I have a certain amount of money that I like to keep in my account at all times. I'm getting close to that amount, so I'm not sure that I'll actually buy very many of these. But let's see, Beyond Evil is another one that I have not bought yet, and so I don't know. Let's see where that's at. Over 500 left in stock. I really want it. I really do. I'll add it to my cart just in case, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be sticking around. I haven't actually watched The Vineyard yet, but I own it. I don't know. I think that this one is low. Yeah, 373 left in stock. That'll definitely last till Black Friday, though. Decoder I own. I have not watched it yet either. Sue me. It's over 500 in stock. Decoder seems like one of those that really does not have a huge audience, so I think that you're safe there. Let My Puppets Come! Over 500 left in stock. What the fuck, guy? How many editions were there? Okay, so less than 1,500 copies have been sold. What the actual fuck? Get the fuck on it, man. Good god damn. It's It's fucking Let My Puppets Come. Come on. Come on. I have a review of this movie that's super spoilery, so if you don't want any spoilers, then don't watch it. But if you don't care about spoilers, watch my review and buy this fucking movie. This one and Candy Snatchers belong in your cart. I don't care that it's going to last until Black Friday. Show them some love. This is such a great film by Gerard Damiano. I can't even begin to explain how much I love this movie. So check that one out.
Kinky shit, please.
9 Lives of a Wet Pussy. Another one that I really want to buy because specifically of this guy who, if you... oh, does it not actually... Well, anyway, it's an Abel Ferrara movie, and I just really want that because I love Abel Ferrara. Ferrara. I don't know how good it is because I haven't watched it, obviously. I'm going to add that to my cart, but it's over 500 left in stock, and I just don't think many people want this on their shelves. I did not care for Hellmaster. I didn't finish it, but it is a fucking amazing slipcover, so that's on you whether you want to buy that or not. It's over 500 left in stock. That'll stay in stock for a while. Play Dead, I think, is still pretty high, and I honestly haven't heard anything good about Play Dead, so I'm not going to buy it yet. Mascara, I've heard a lot of great things about. Over 500 left in stock. Add it to the cart just in case. Pink Ladies, over 500 left in stock. I'll put it in just in case, but I don't think it'll last in my cart. Let's see. Taking Tiger Mountain, I really want to buy, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to sell out anytime soon. I think that's going to be one that's going to be in for the long haul, but I'll add it just in case. Night Owl is another one that I'm pretty sure will last 5 ever. I'll put it in just because, but I don't think I'm going to buy that. Putney Swope is fucking great. That's another one I haven't reviewed yet, but it's a great film. The Passing, I think, is still pretty... Yeah, we'll put that in the cart just for shits and giggles. Lust in the Dust, I'm fucking buying. There's over 500 left in stock, but I desperately need more Divine in my life. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Savage Harbor. This is the one Vinegar Syndrome VSA title that is probably going to be gone after the sale, so if you are planning on getting all the VSA releases, now's the time. Oh, by the way, Evil Town, the one VSA release that is sold out, they did find some copies and they will be on sale during the sale, but those will be gone within like 5 minutes, I assure you. So get on that. I am going to be in the race with you. I do not own Evil Town. I will do anything to beat you motherfuckers to it, but I feel like it would be a dick move for me not to mention it. So Evil Town and... Vice Academy. Oh, Vice Academy is also sold out. I forgot about that. So Vice Academy and Evil Town are both sold out. Both will be in stock for a few minutes starting at the beginning of the sale. So, if you really desperately need either one, get on it. Otherwise, ignore that. Flashpot on 42nd Street is a pretty good flick. Is going to be sold out. 100% sold out after the sale. So... Or if it's not, it's going to be like close to nothing. So it'll not make it to Black Friday. I can guarantee that. So definitely get on Fleshpot on 42nd Street. It's a really solid little piece of, I guess, sleaze history, I guess would be a way to put it. That Andy Milligan, man. Dominique, I think will be fine. Actually, I'm not even going to... Oh, 480, wow. Not think that would be the case. Oh, 1,500 units, that makes sense. That's going to be a maybe for me. I think that'll last to the next sale, though. Almost certainly. Let's see. Beware My Brethren is a really solid flick that you should buy. That one, only 164 left. I would get on that immediately. Wacko, I am going to put in my cart because I only have 308 left. Add to my cart, you bastard. Let's see here. Okay, so Shot, I'm definitely grabbing. There's only 308 left. I'm shocked that doesn't work. That's still in stock. Wonder Woman is one I've been meaning to buy for a long time because everybody has nothing but good things to say about it. I can't give my own opinion on it because I haven't watched it, but it only has 152 left in stock, so definitely grab that. Penitentiary 2, I am surprised this has lasted. It only has 76 left. I'm pretty sure it's going to be sold out after the sale. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the old cart. Because I haven't heard really... I've heard like mixed things about Penitentiary and Penitentiary 2. I'll buy Penitentiary at the next sale because I don't know. Andy Milligan Seeds and Vapors. I really want this, but I'll put it in the cart just in case. I want to up my Andy Milligan game, and so this seems like a good Investment. Let's see, Trip with the Teacher is another one that's going out of sale. Going out of stock. But it's over 500 left. It's 3,000 copies. I think I'll be safe until Black Friday for that one. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Pigs is really solid. I think it's about sold out. Oh no, over 500 left in stock. Okay, never mind. Luther the Geek. Is that? I think that one. Yep, over 500 left in stock. I'll add that to the cart because I really want that, but I don't think it's gonna wind up in my company. God damn it, Demonoid. Only 269 left in stock. I would add that. That one could sell out by Black Friday. I actually don't think Demonoid will sell out by Black Friday, but there is a chance. I mean, 269, that's a dicey scenario. Catch My Soul, I honestly thought would sell out before this sale. I bought this last Black Friday, and it still has 110 left. I understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I would, if you like weird Shakespearean musical things from the 70s, Catch My Soul is one you should buy. Telephone Book is one of my absolute favorites. It has over 500 left in stock, which is a fucking crime, by the way. But you know, if you are strapped for cash, don't buy it. If you are looking for like some great cinema to put in your fucking face, Telephone Book, check it out. So that's our limited editions. That took 7 years, but we got through them. Those are my suggestions for limited editions. A lot of them I haven't seen yet, so I can't say. Although my cart only has 9 items in it, so that's pretty incredible. All right, so yeah, limited editions. Those are taken care of. Let's look at just releases that I am looking at. We're gonna go through these pretty fast because this is already a super long video. Let's see here. So let's just go through releases in general. These ones, since they are not limited, don't worry if you don't have the money for them. These are just me, this is just me saying what I want to buy and what my suggestions are if you have a fuckload of money. Chances are I will not even be buying all of these. It's just what, if I could afford it, I would buy. So, let's get on down here a bit. Spookies, first of all, is fucking great. If you didn't hop on the Spookies bandwagon, get it anyway. It's a great release. It is a phenomenal release. Same for Taming the T-Rex. Both amazing releases. Let's see. I already went through these. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Let's see. Pledge Night's a lot of fun. I haven't gone to the review of this one yet. It's a lot of fun. It is super censored because the full gory cut, it was just ravaged by the MPAA. So you're never probably going to see that. So this is probably the best release of Pledge Night you're ever going to get. Also, slipcover is dope as hell. Let's see. Hell Comes to Frogtown is one I haven't reviewed yet, but it's super dope. Another thing is that they are going to be issuing, I think, 4 slipcovers to old releases. Who knows what it'll be. Just keep an eye on that. I'll almost certainly be buying whatever it is. But I will say that I'm willing to bet whatever it is not going to sell out immediately. But anyway, Evil Town, I don't know. I don't think I can. Yeah. So Evil Town, I'm gonna fucking buy you so hard if any of you motherfuckers takes my Evil Town, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Which, by the way, if you want to see me get pissed off, I am going to probably not stream, just in case some personal details can get shown off. But I will be doing a janky ass look at my buying process for people who are interested. Anyway, Corruption of Chris Miller is one that I've heard so much about, and I really, really want to watch. I am sad that I did not get on the Corruption train before it sold out. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the standard edition because I really want to watch it. And it sounds like a fucking great movie. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the old cart. By the way, if you want to see me get really bitchy and awful, definitely watch that video of me buying because it's gonna be something else. Dark Room. I really want to watch Dark Room, but I don't think I need to buy that right now. I'm already definitely going to be over my limit. So, Skinflix is a really good one. Let's see. In the Cold of the Night. In the Cold of the Night, is that? Yeah, I'm so glad that sold out finally. It only just sold out a few days ago, or maybe a couple weeks. Time is meaningless now. I'm just going to go through these real fast. because I feel like you're probably going to be bored at this point. There's nothing out there super great, but I'm not going to buy it yet because it's standard edition. I don't need it. But if you don't care about limited edition and you just want to buy some good shit, there's nothing out there is really great. In fact, let's just, from here on out, since we've already gone over the limited edition stuff, I'm just going to say, without going into too much, what is really great that I recommend from personal experience, and I'll point out what I plan on buying anyway. So, Uninvited is super fucking great. It's actually one of my favorite releases, but I don't have the slipcover. God damn it. Sudden Fury is a goddamn gem, and yeah, if you can buy Sudden Fury, it's one of my favorite releases from Vinegar Syndrome. The Killing Kind, I have a review coming out soon. It's spoilers really good. Highly recommend that. Memories of the Miss Aggie, I really wish that I had not slept on that title. Body Melt is fucking great. I love Body Melt so much. It's not a very good movie, but it is a lot of fun. Sweetback's Badass Song is super important for cinema history enthusiasts. I really wish I could have gotten that Bloodsuckers slipcover. That looks amazing. If anyone wants to send me their Bloodhook slipcover, I will, I don't know, show my tits. I do want to get more Alex Dorenzi movies, so I'm going to go ahead and throw some Alex Dorenzi in my cart. I'm planning on a bunch of videos about some of the, let's say, more artsy porn titles. So Alex Dorenzi is really up there. He is just a great filmmaker. Welcome Home, Brother Charles. I really want them to put out a slipcover for this. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my cart just in case. By the way, Welcome Home, Brother Charles is the movie where a guy kills people with his penis. Star Time, I really want... I don't know... I'll put it in my cart just in case. I really want Star Time. That's another one that I remember actually thinking about buying that and then not having enough money, and I regret it so much. Ice Cream Man, another one that I did not get the slipcover for because I'm an asshole. Liquid Sky is not for everybody, but I do recommend it for art house enthusiasts. Demon Wind is a fuckload of fun. Definitely buy that if you can. Bloodbeat also. This is a great double feature, actually. This is an amazing double feature. Matinee Idol, I do want in my collection, but I'm going to probably skip that for now. Psycho Cop Returns, I've heard nothing but good things, and I still have never seen it. I really wish I could have gotten it on that slipcover, but I'm going to add it to my collection anyway. I just really, I only watched my first Alex Dorenzi recently, and it blew my mind how good he was as a filmmaker. So... excited for that. Jack Frost is another Blu-ray slipcover that I really wish I'd gotten on. I'm not going to buy that yet because I have seen Jack Frost so many times, but definitely recommend it if you haven't seen Jack Frost before. Okay, here's some Alex Dorenzi stuff that I really want. I'm going to go ahead and add that. I think those are probably going to be the ones that are least rewatchable, but since I want to do a Alex Dorenzi video, might as well put that in there. By the way, I went through my storefront theater stuff, and it's pretty interesting. If you don't like porno, then don't buy it. But the packaging, rather, is really great. Be careful with what I buy, because I don't want to be taking too much out. P.D. Wheatstraw and Human Tornado are both Rudy Ray Moore flicks that I highly recommend. I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least one slipcover for Rudy Ray Moore. I might be wrong. I'll put Dolomite in my cart if it gets a slipcover. I don't need that in my collection right now. I definitely will do a video on Rudy Ray Moore at some point, but I doubt I'll get to that before Black Friday. So I'm going to leave that unless it gets a slipcover. Let's see, Pretty Peaches is fucking wild. I am going to be putting a video out on that. If you want some wild shit, Pretty Peaches trilogy is a good deal. Porno, obviously. By the way, if you see something here that you really love that I'm not commenting on, drop a comment below. Let other people know that it's something that they should buy. I just haven't watched a lot of these, so I can't really give my opinion, can I? We're getting far back now. Madman is fucking great. Madman is one of the best fucking horror movies of all time. I highly recommend that. I don't own the Blu-ray, but it's so... I'm gonna add that to my queue. This didn't have a slipcover, did it? Maybe Madman would be one of their slipcovers. I might actually, if they don't release a slipcover for Madman, I might honestly take it out of my cart because I'm pretty sure they have to do one eventually. They have to. Come on. Christmas Evil is so good. If you haven't bought Christmas Evil yet, fucking get on that. Same with Raw Force. Raw Force is a masterpiece. I've still not watched Hot and Saucy Piece of Girls, and I am a piece of shit for that. There's no excuse for me not having to watch that yet. But definitely check it out if you can. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm slowly fading here, but we're almost done. Almost through. Jungle Blue's wild, by the way, but ooh, Bayou. That's what I was going to do. I was going to add more Wakefield Pool to my cart. It's gay porn, so maybe don't buy that if you don't want gay porn in your collection. I know that's not for everybody. It's barely for me, but I like artsy films. What can I say? Bible. More Wakefield Pool for me. Well, my camera died, so we're gonna go to iPhone cam. All right, so continuing. Let's see here. Let's see. Russ Meyer's Fanny Hill would probably be a good one, but I'm not gonna take that one on. Nitrate of Terror, you already know that I fucking love. Let's see here. Punk Vacation is going to be one of the slipcover titles, almost certainly, because they kind of let that cat out of the bag. So I'm going to add that to my cart just because it's part of my overall purchase. All right, and finally we're at the very end. Massage Parlor Murders is an old release that I've heard negative things about. I probably won't grab that just yet, but I do want to potentially get the Lost Films of Herschel Gordon Lewis, partly because it was their first release, and also I just love Herschel Gordon Lewis, and even though these movies are probably not going to be very rewatchable, they excite me. So let's go back to the top real quick. We're almost done. So halfway to Black Friday, limited rad release. I already had to get that because of my subscriber package. The 2 secret limited edition VS titles I also get because of my subscription, so I'm not worried about those. 2 new VSA releases. Oh god, that's probably gonna wipe out a part of my cart because I gotta get those immediately. And then whatever the AFGA release is. A lot of stuff. I added 36 fucking things to my cart. That comes out to what's the total here? $889 before the 50% off. So definitely gonna have to take a few things out. Basically anything that's not limited edition, I am going to take out until I get to a certain amount. We'll see how saucy I get with that, but I'm not really gonna be able to buy as much as like during the Black Friday sale. By the way, also, I did get my, let me grab it. Highly recommend getting one of these. It's, I think, like $50 extra to get it shipped in a in a film container. I just love this thing. I don't really have anything to do with it yet, but I just think it's really cool and fun. Once I'm in the middle of like rearranging this awful, messy office, so eventually I will be using that as part of my decoration. But they're just really cool, and you never know which one you're gonna get. I have Good Girls, Bad Girls here. It's just always fun to see what you get. So I highly recommend that. So that's it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be taking a lot of this shit out of my cart. In fact, I'm probably just gonna delete my cart and just keep the list of titles, and then once the sale starts, I'll build up my cart again and kind of figure out what I want. But yeah, I am very excited for the sale. I love Vinegar Syndrome so much. They are my favorite boutique Blu-ray company, and I cannot wait to share these movies with you guys. I love doing this. This is fun. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter, subscribe, maybe join the Patreon if you would like. Also, by the way, I try to, even though patrons money doesn't actually go through until the next month after they've started becoming patrons, I did forget to include a new patron in the last video's role. I like to put them in as soon as they actually sign up. So who the fuck was it? I don't know how to say your name, but Juha, I'm gonna say, Juha. You're in the credits now. But thank you so much for pledging $3 a month. Also, we have a last minute one, Kevin Kennedy. Thank you so much. In fact, let's just Roxy Pepper. You're such an awesome person. Nathan Bryant, Michael Stallings, I love you, man. James Cavallo, Italian Dan, Flora, you're like my #1 fan. I love you. You're fucking amazing. I don't know if you've been watching this video, but you're fucking amazing. Fingers and Toes, David Leskin, and of course my beautiful wife, Casey Keene, all patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. It brings me such joy. I know 11 patrons for a lot of people isn't much, but the fact that anyone's willing to give me money for anything for digging a hole in the ground. It just blows my mind. Thank you so much. And I look forward to years of doing this and making you reasonably happy. Until next time, go watch a movie.